Social Justice Goblin here. Alright, so the boys found my YouTube. And I had to take down some videos because, and I'm going to be very clear, I do not know how to be a ref. I have to first learn that from my head instructor, Pops, at AAPW, Austin Academy of Professional Wrestling. It's one of the best schools. I can't judge wrestling schools, but from what I understand, there's a lot out there to choose from. Even the Ultimate Warrior had a wrestling school. And I'm like, Ultimate Warrior teaching wrestling? It confused me. So, I don't know. It might have been a good school. I don't know. But my school is really good. I mean, I look like a hot mess right now because I'm just exhausted from class. I'm really, really exhausted from class. And because, so Pops basically, when I started, he just threw me in the mix and said, learn. He didn't have time to dedicate at the time because, you come in when you come in and, they work with you and do some initial training with you, but you got to wait till the beginner's class begins to really begin your education in wrestling. And so I'm back in the beginner's class, and I'm so grateful for being in the beginner's class, to be honest. I mean, I know the boys, I am driving them nuts because I am and I told Pops this when I started. It's going to take a long time for me to get over my fear of back bumping. And you know what? Someone who never loses his temper, finally looked at me and said, you got a choice. You either start doing it or you start going elsewhere. Because you can't go any further until you do this. Everything you learn at school, you can't go any further. Trust me. All I'm going to get when I demonstrate a proper back bump, which I'm almost there, it's like you can feel it. The only thing I'm doing wrong is my hands, and it's driving me nuts. I was in the back. I have like a little mat set in my back, one of my rooms, where I practice my rolls and I practice my bumps after class, the next day. And I was in there practicing bumps, and it was like this. I do one perfect, and then I'm like, okay, I did one. Now let's do it a second time. Two is true. Nope. I want to be able to do it 3 times before I say it's good. The problem is my brain still won't let my body do what it needs to do. It sucks. It really sucks. And it's not like I don't know what to do. It's been drilled into me by the boys to death. I mean, it's frustration on my part too, because this stupid head of mine wants it to be perfect. And it's like, and his fear, my head is like fighting it. Like there's no tomorrow, but finally, when someone put it past, if you want to go forward in your career, you better start bumping. And then I started bumping. It helped that Pops kind of yelled at me. When Pops hits you in the back and says, hit on your back, you start hitting on your back because you don't want to get a temper from Pops. Because Pops, he will tell you when you're wrong. And you know what? Making him happy? A lot better. He was actually happy with something I did today in class. So, it's a very tough school. I'm not going to lie to you. Professional wrestling is tough. It takes a lot. You have to overcome a lot of fear. You have to learn a lot of physical maneuvers. And you have to learn to do everything in a safe, sane manner. And, and it's a lot of hard work. We've done lockups, where we've done whole classes where we only do we do lockups. We will spend an hour on lockups, just lockups, circling and lockups. an hour because that attention to detail is important to the owner of our is important to the students, to the instructors, and to Pops, because we produce, as he likes to say to my face all the time, we produce winners, and he hasn't thrown me out yet, even though I'm terrible, because he sees something in me, and I don't know what that something is me, but you know what? I'm having, as hard as this is, and I need to go swimming today, and I'm gonna do it, because I got to. I haven't been keeping up with my swimming. And I really do like swimming. It's like the one sport I can do all the time because I like being in water. So I need to go hit the pool at some point. It doesn't open until like 1 on Sundays. But God, I need to shave. Ugh. God. I look like a hot tranny right now. But yeah. And I haven't done much diary on my journals. I guess this is a diary. But wrestling, I'm going to say it right now, it's real. I've been wanting, I took down my wrestling is fake video because wrestling isn't. Today I got locked in a headlock and I got choked. Like, the guy choked me and I was like, and he didn't quite understand. When we lock these holds in, we're locking them in a way that doesn't like physically hurt them. But if I wanted to lock in a headlock on you, not a hard part. I learned this quickly with the hammer lock, actually, because I know how to use a hammer lock. If I get behind you and get a hammer lock on you with my size and my strength, you're not going anywhere. I have you controlled and I have you under my thing. If you're that dumb to give me a hammer lock, and that's the truth. I mean, any of these moves, even like I scared one guy when I started moving him with a lockup. I'm like, I can start moving. I have you completely under control at that moment. This is very real. These things, the line between quote unquote worked, as I like to call it now, versus quote unquote the real McCoy is that small. Okay? We don't lock the hammer lock at when you lock a hammer lock, you lock the hand all the way up to the back. We lock it almost there and then move our shoulders in forward. But that's a real hammer lock. I have him locked in and at that point I can move him around the ring if I want. And also how they escape it, they really punch you. When you get them in a headlock, they really punch you. Yeah, we throw real punches. Yeah, not gonna lie. And those punches hurt. I hate them. My God, I hate getting in the ring and wrestling. I just want a friggin' ref. All right.